Podtacular Anniversary Show, episode 74 for the week of July 31st, 2006.
All right, gentlemen, let's get freaky!
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Podtacular, the unofficial Halo Universe podcast. I'm your host, Jive.
And I'm Gemini Ace.
And I'm Wive.
And here we are at the Podtacular Anniversary Show. This time we're just going to kind of be doing some navel gazing, as Gemini Ace was saying. And pretty much this is the show about the show. So this is the one chance that we actually just kind of talk about Podtacular. Not going to be telling you how to level up and stay there or anything like that this show. We're kind of just going to be gazing back and seeing where we come from and seeing where we're going. And right. Because this is the 1 year anniversary. Woo!
You got to remember where you came from.
That's right.
You'll never know where you're going.
Wise men say.
Confucius say.
Yeah, definitely. Man who goes to sleep with stinky butt wakes up with itchy finger.
Dude, I was seriously just thinking that.
All the way around. Something like that.
Great minds think alike, that's right.
I'm not
I don't know what our minds are doing, but...
Okay, so this first part, I'm going to figure I'd go on and kind of talk about where Podtacular came from, how it started, and all that stuff. So, basically, the way Podtacular started is... I used to listen to a lot of podcasts when I first got my iPod and everything, and I had a long commute. I kind of got it so that I could hook up a tape deck and put it in my car and listen to a lot of podcasts on the commute. And I kind of grew an affinity to a lot of podcasts. I mean, there was just a lot of cool stuff out there for free, and I just thought that was really amazing. So got to where I really liked a few ones in particular, and I really got into the gaming podcasts. My favorite podcast of all time still is Extra Life Radio, and that's at myextralife.com. Awesome podcast. Oh, yes.
Salmonator's actually, he got me to listen to that. That's funny.
Did you like that show?
Yeah, it wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
Anyway. I like that. Is that the guy that does the cartoons also?
Yeah, he does, yeah. There's, in fact, pretty much all the guys on there do their own webcomics.
So, cool. Yeah, I like their cartoons.
It's kind of wild. I don't really pay attention to the comics too much as I do the show, but I don't know. A cool show anyway. Guys, check that out, definitely. And in fact, they played our promo recently. I appreciate Scott Johnson doing that, man. They're good guys. So let's see here. So started out kind of listening to a bunch of podcasts like that. Also listened to all kinds of different game shows like DreamStation.cc and Gamertag Radio and among a bunch of other ones. And kind of got into the whole genre and thought it was pretty cool, and realized, among other things, that they don't really have a solid Halo 2 podcast, one that's real successful and is working real well. So I kind of got to the point that I was listening to so many podcasts, and I kind of wanted to give back and make my own, because, I figured it's free, except for maybe some hosting and stuff like that to work out. So I figured, might as well start my own podcast. So then I got to where, what kind of podcast should I start? And I thought of a few different ideas, and I was kind of mapping it out, and I was kind of going, one of the ideas I had, since I'm a Christian, I was going to start possibly a Christian apologetics type podcast where I'm talking about, the Christian faith and reasons I believe and questions I have and questions I've had answers and stuff like that, just to help people out with that. And, while that was a good idea, there are other podcasts out there that do that. And that's kind of where I got part of my inspiration from on that anyway in the first place. So it's kind of that wouldn't necessarily be anything unique, although it would kind of help me and possibly help others. But I kind of got to the point where that might run out after a while anyway, like some of these other podcasts in the same genre had. So I was like, there's that, there's a few other things, but the thing with Halo, because I was also, of course, a big Halo fan, is that I figure with my big thing with doing a Halo podcast is that I never run out of stuff to talk about, because the way the game always changes. It gets the strategies change, things like that. For instance, the noob combo wasn't even a phrase until quite a bit later on. Things like
Yeah.
that.
There's so many things that have come and gone since the show's been on.
Yeah, no kidding.
The new combos come along and everything else, and of course there weren't griefers or derankers or
or
any
even
of that
autos
stuff
for a while.
Yeah.
Double shot, weapon combos.
Yeah, BXRs and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, no kidding.
Brain scanners.
What? From my wife. Brain scanners, okay. Yeah, you don't play much Halo 2, do you?
No, I don't. Not at
think
all.
so.
Well, you don't have one of those, Fumo?
A brain scanner?
Yeah.
Well,
I got like two. So if you want one,
I got it on layaway. They're expensive.
Oh, okay. at the Walmart, you got the Walmart brand brain scanner. All right.
Scanner, yeah.
Yeah. It hurts really bad, but man, is it fun.
Nice. So kind of started Podtacular mostly for that reason, because I would never run out of stuff to talk about, and also I noticed that there wasn't a whole lot of successful other Halo 2 podcasts out there, although there are a few, and there seemed like a huge opportunity to do that, because there's so many people that play Halo 2. I mean, there's like millions of people that play. So
well, it's consistently is the number one Xbox Live game every week.
Yeah. I mean, I don't see that change anytime soon either. I mean, I don't even know if Gears of War will topple it,
Yeah, well, nothing on the 360 has been able to do it just yet, and the only thing I figure will do it is Halo 3.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think we've talked about that before too. I think that's just the only thing that can possibly, outdo Halo 2 as far as the amount of people to play. So
yeah.
Anyway, so started into that, and when we started off, it was just me sitting on my computer with my internal microphone, with the humming fan in the background of my computer, and just kind of talking about a couple of subjects. And after that, I started to kind of try to promote it a little bit, asked for a co-host on the thing, and Spellcheck was the first person to respond to that. Well, maybe the first, among the first few anyway. And he was a Christian, which I thought was cool, because I don't want people cussing like every other word, or making a bunch of lewd comments.
You don't want to be like
Game
Talk.
Game Talk, yeah.
Other podcasts that are just always dirty and everything the whole time. But I didn't want that, so I thought it was cool. Also, is he's a big Halo fan, of course, and also the biggest thing is that we just really got along right away. We just really clicked to where we could talk for an hour straight, and we'd be like, whoa, what time is it? So it was pretty cool. And Spellcheck's a pretty awesome guy. I mean, he just he kind of has this way to where he can just have all kinds of random comments going on, and just random jokes out of nowhere, and it's pretty cool. So
yeah.
We kind of balance each other, because I tend to be kind of a no-nonsense guy in that way sometimes, and I need to kind of loosen up in some ways. So, but dude, he was on there, and it was really great having him on there. We started out kind of just talking about only tips. We would only talk about gameplay tips, and that was it. And we got to where the tips kind of expanded to where we had news in the beginning and then custom games at the end. So pretty soon, after a while of doing this, we have an hour-long show, and then we're kind of going, this is getting really long. Sometimes it would get to an hour and a half, really long show. Yeah. So especially as podcasts go, So we had to figure out how to cut it down. So we're like, okay, how are we gonna do this? And then we had this crazy idea. Actually, prior to that, we also kind of promoted ourselves in the meantime. We got on HBO in rampancy.net and Halo Planet. Those guys have helped us out a lot. Thanks to Michael Fluffy Carlson there. And we really got in the limelight and really started to expand our listenership to where every week or two it was doubling. And it's just pretty exciting right there. That's some major growth. And then we got to where we had Major Nelson on as well, and that was a big plus that really boosted our numbers. But the biggest thing towards the beginning was when we got on Bungie.net in the news items, and that probably quadrupled our numbers in one day. and we were getting like hundreds of hits every minute from Bungie.net at that point. So we just like totally skyrocketed at that point, and really got a lot of new listeners from that, which was really exciting. So Bungie.net was a real mover and shaker there. But getting to where at this point we're like our show is getting too long. We need to split it up somehow. So then we decided to kind of split it up into 3 shows, and this is like a harebrained, crazy idea. I don't know how we.
Because y'all were doing 3 shows a week, right? Y'all were trying to put out 3 shows in like Monday, Wednesday, and Friday or something. I don't remember what days, but yeah.
Yeah, you remember that? It was like psycho, man.
Yeah.
We're like, okay, we got this harebrained idea that, instead of doing one show that's an hour and a half long, we're going to do 3 shows a week that are maybe 20 minutes long or so.
And those never seem to work. And those are always a little bit more than 20 minutes. More. Usually
That's
a little
the
bit
problem.
more,
I know, man. So
it's like 3 1-hour shows. Okay.
It's like maybe it would have looked good on paper, would have worked in theory. But it ended up, exactly. That was the problem, is that each of those shows started to expand until we had freaking 3 1-hour shows every week. And people were like pulling their hair out. They're like, oh my God, I can't even keep up with your shows, man. You got too much stuff. You guys just talk nonstop.
Pace yourself.
I know. It's like, I'm only on episode 157. I can't catch up with these.
Yeah.
I was a Podtacular widow.
Man, there's a lot of those out there, I tell you.
Yeah, I was like, the thing is though, we were recording on one day. We were recording all 3 shows, which was kind of good, except for it totally jacked up my whole Sunday, because when we were getting to an hour show per piece, and then we had to record 3 back to back. It's like, dude, man, that took up my whole afternoon, you know. And then I had stuff before that and after that, so it was kind of,
Then you gotta edit it, because y'all were editing your own stuff back then.
Oh yeah. I was editing for a little while. In fact, Spellcheck took up editing pretty shortly after he got on. So he was editing it, and it just got to be a real pain doing it that way. So, and besides, everyone was like, "I can't even catch up to what you guys are doing. You're going too fast. Too many episodes."
Well, it's amazing how this little quote unquote hobby of podcasting can turn into, a second job.
Man, you're telling me, yeah, really.
I mean, I can't imagine what your life is like. Having to juggle Podtacular and actually want to play the game, and everything else.
And have a job.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Keep a job, a
family.
wife, and, actually have time for sleep and things like showers and things.
Sleep? What's that, man?
Showers? What are those? Oh, wait, never mind.
Yeah,
I took one of those last week.
Yeah, I'm kicking a little bit under the arms here, yeah.
Whew. Smell that through Skype.
Yeah. Sent you a smell message there.
Yeah.
But,
oh, man.
Yeah, but, it's kind of rough, juggling everything with the job and everything, but, I gotta kind of put first things first and everything. But anyway, yeah, so, dang, where was I? I knew this was going to happen.
Sorry.
You're talking about
No, it's cool.
the Sunday
about
afternoons.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
3 shows.
Yeah, Sunday afternoon. Okay, yeah. So, and then we got to where we're like, screw this, man. This is not working. People can't even, catch up to our shows. So we, split that out turned it into 3 shows a month, and then eventually turned that into 4 shows a month. Well, 3 shows every, 1 show every week for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And then eventually to 4, where we were doing the Podtacular update, which, real quick, where we talk about, the latest news in Podtacular, Bungie, Halo community, stuff like that. We also expanded that to kind of be the Nacho Supreme show, where we talk about everything under the sun that doesn't get covered in other shows. We talk about glitching, campaign tips, Halo jokes, things like that. So, and then we have the Halo 3 show, which is originally we did it just as kind of when they announced Halo 3, just to talk about it. But then we got to where people had new stuff to send in every single week, like ideas for Halo 3, things they wanted to see in it, things they wanted to carry over from previous games, things, all kinds of stuff, like their predictions for it. And it got to where it was I mean, it just never ended. I mean, I really thought it would burn out after a while and people wouldn't have any new stuff to share. But it amazes me that people still have creative ideas for Halo 3.
Yeah, every time that y'all do a show, it's like, oh, there's probably going to be some duplicates in there, and for the most part, there's not.
I know, it's really surprising. I mean, I go through
Yeah.
and delete all the duplicates even, and we still have like over an hour-long show. It's really wild. And that's like my favorite show too, because people talk about their creative ideas for it and stuff. And
Yeah, I like that one a lot, just because it's like all the speculation and
yeah, for real.
the unknown.
The great unknown, definitely. So
groovy, man.
we do that, and then we do the tip show where we talk all about gameplay tips on between levels 25 to 35, I think. Trying to help people towards the higher levels get up there in the matchmaking levels, because frankly, there's just no noobs out there anymore. People who have this game have had it for a while. It's been out over a year and a half now, and
It's been like 2 years. It'll almost be 3 years, I think, won't it?
I think it's been close to 2 years, if I'm right.
Closer to 2 years. All right, yeah, you're probably right. Well, of course you're right.
Well, I don't know everything there is.
Yeah, I'm going to argue with you, man, about this game.
But the thing is, like, we're not going to tell people where the shotgun is and stuff like that anymore, because people are like, come on, dude, I'm playing like an MLG tournaments. You're trying to tell me where the shotgun is.
Where is that shotgun?
It's around here
I
somewhere.
never find it. I'm always killed by it, but I can never find it.
I know. So we try to cater to people that are on the higher levels than that, or at least get them to the higher levels. And then we have after the tip show, where we have our map of the month and we go through the different game types and everything. We have the Customs and Call-In show, where we read off the top few custom games people send in. We talk about our Tales from the Foxhole, which is kind of stories from in-game, and all kinds of cool stuff there. People like crazy stories of things that happen in-game. And then we play back our listener voicemails for the month. So, yeah, we got to this point, and here we are. That brings us to now.
Yeah.
So, what do you guys think about where Podtacular's been, where we see it going in the future? Tell me some of your thoughts on that.
I think it's come a long way. I mean, honestly, from the humble beginnings, Fumo at his computer by himself, to almost 1,500 strong community. So, I think it's good. And of course, I mean, it can only get bigger and better. Of course, with the impending Halo 3 coming out. So, I mean, that show's probably going to get bigger as more news trickles out and everything. It's just going to be. It's going to be huge.
That Bungie.net headliner didn't hurt.
Yeah. The game with Fame. What was it? The Wednesday?
It was the
game with Fame. It was
the Hump Day Challenge, then we also got I got on the Community Spotlight on Bungie.net. So
yeah,
that was really helpful. So appreciate
Bungie.
Yeah,
and I think y'all are nominated for podcast awards.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's. Man, I totally forgot to put that in the show notes too. Yeah, this is really awesome stuff, guys. We got nominated out of like 5 different gaming podcasts. There's this site, podcastawards.com. We've probably talked about it on previous shows. In fact, I know we have. And this is like all podcasts in general. It's kind of a listener's choice award, and we got nominated among only like 5 podcasts as one of the top gaming podcasts out there. And I thought that was like really awesome. We actually also got nominated under what is it, best production quality or something like that?
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, okay. All right, cool. Well, we'll go for it. Yeah. That's cool.
We'll take it. When you're going to give it to us, we'll take it.
We'll take what we can get. Awesome.
Yeah. Which, I mean, think about it, it's like how many gaming podcasts are there out there right now, really? I mean, thousands probably.
That's what I'm saying. It's pretty amazing. And the way I look at it is like, you got other podcasts out there which we really respect. All the ones that got nominated we know of and we respect them, and they're awesome guys. But the way I look at it is like a vote for Podtacular on this is a vote for Halo, because all the other ones are general gaming podcasts pretty much. And voting for Podtacular is kind of like saying, we think Halo is like pretty much the best game out there right now, and we want to support that. So anyway, if you guys want to support us on that and help us reach our goal of winning the podcastawards.com award for gaming, and for best produced as well, why not?
That's right.
Hook us up at podcastawards.com and sign in there and just kind of vote for us over there. The way it works is that you can vote once a day for 15 days between July, I think, 28th and 15 days later, whatever that is. So hook us up, man. If you're really a fan, just hop on there and vote for us.
That's tomorrow.
If you vote for anything else, we will find out and you will be banned.
Yeah. Yes.
I can't enforce that or anything else, but that's what I'm saying.
No friends list chance.
Yeah.
For you.
Yeah.
Actually, what we'll do is we'll put G. Lewis on your friends list if you don't vote for it. Yeah.
Bummer.
That's gotta suck. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, do you mind if I talk for a second about the show and what it's done for me or what it's been on my side anyway?
By all means.
I don't want to be a downer, but the thing about the show that what I think about Podtacular is there was a time in my life where it was a rough thing I was going through, and my son was born prematurely, and a lot of problems, and of course more financial than anything else. And I sent an email to Spellcheck and Fumo, and they posted it on the site, and the community just came out in droves and just was donating to me and just sending me emails, and just was about the coolest outpouring I've ever experienced, and so I just like to say thanks to everybody out there who was part of that, and that to me is Podtacular. That's it's the community. It's not even as much Halo 2 as it is just all the guys together, just throwing down and having each other's backs. So
Yeah, man.
that's all I want to say.
Well, right on, dude. I'm really glad we could help you in that. And our community is just. I know I always say this, you guys, but I mean, if you're listeners and you haven't checked out our community at podtacular.com, dude, check it out, man. Because I mean, you've been on Halo 2. You know the deal. You know there's a bunch of jerks out there, and a bunch of jerks out there, and somehow we've really struck some gold with podtacular.com, and just everybody's super cool to each other, and people just help each other out all the time, and just all kinds of stuff, So if you guys are listeners and you haven't checked it out, man, check it out, dude. It's just awesome. We're really
You'll meet just a ton of cool people, and the site's awesome, and just give it a try.
So let's move on to some other stuff here. One thing I want to ask is Fumo and Wive, tell us about some of the things that you have memories of. Me, it's been a year. Me every single week recording Podtacular.
Oh yeah, the thing that I remember the most is we always had this meeting at Sunday nights about 6 o'clock with some other people from our church, and you would barely make it on time. It was probably when you were doing the 3 shows in a row thing, and you'd be sweating it and getting there just at the skin of your teeth. And when we moved to our new place, and we had a little trouble on a particular night that we just were still unpacking and all that, and it was Thursday night trying to record and just kind of doing a little mock setup there in the dining room with the computer and everything before we could have an actual office. So but we got it done.
And the internet was down.
The internet was
that
down.
whole thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
crazy.
No, that's the worst.
Yeah.
No internet. Oh man.
Yeah.
What did we do without it all this time?
No, but that was I was so ticked that night too. I don't know how I recorded without yelling at everybody. Just because the internet came through at the very last second. I was literally on my way out the door to drive to a friend's house to use their internet, and got a call that the guy was was coming over and fixing it and stuff. Oh man, it was a pain. We had boxes everywhere. I was like climbing over stuff to get to the computer and everything.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, that was no fun.
Man, yeah.
Oh, remember that time we played that one game where now Bonnie doesn't. My wife doesn't play. My wife doesn't play Halo. But there was this one time we played together. Tell them about it.
Oh, yeah. Well, Mike was actually doing the playing, and I was on the microphone. And so everybody thought it was a girl playing. And so, of course, we had Mike's talents with my voice. And so Mike kept beating everybody. And then I was the only one doing the talking, and so I'd be like, "You just been pwned by a girl," stuff like that. He would just tell me what to say. So, yeah, it was pretty funny. I got called a lot of names.
What
Yeah.
did
I can imagine.
Yeah,
what did the people say back?
they called me a lesbian, and I don't know, dyke, I think is the actual word, but yeah, it was. They weren't very happy about.
But weren't they
being-
like all talking all this crap until like you won at the end of the game, and then they were like, "Oh, forget you" or something.
Yeah.
They just like couldn't really.
Yeah, they
say
didn't have
anything
anything to
after that.
say. They weren't
Yeah.
used to being.
Oh,
bullied.
they were like, "Oh, you're real proud of that, aren't you?"
Yeah.
I bet you started getting friends requests after that, too.
Enemy requests.
Enemy
Yeah.
Oh,
request.
someone's requested to be your enemy.
Can I
What
be
do you
your
say?
enemy?
So, okay, so moving on. We have the Podtacular Awards that DM7000 set up. He had these voted on, and these are a lot of work went into this. Appreciate it, DM7000, and let's go down these one by one and kind of switch off here and say who's who. So, Drumore Best Overlord finalists. Now, we had, for each of these, we had, I believe, 4 finalists and many contestants. And it was based on people's votes and the whole thing at podtacular.com. So, the best Overlord goes to Dialpex. Woo!
Woohoo!
Alright, Dialpex, congrats, man. Yeah, he does an awesome job, man. He's real busy.
Yeah. He's on the site like 24/7.
I know, man. I don't know how he gets any sleep.
Yeah. Cool. I'll do, let's see, guest host finalist was JVB.
Ew.
Alright, JVB.
Ah!
Woohoo! Best pro
Yeah.
player finalist, Rusami.
Rasomi.
Alright.
Woo, Rasomi, dude. He plays, I don't know, he gets some cool customs going, and he's a good player altogether, so kudos to him, man. Good job. Best rec player finalist, and that is a tie between Wrist Pedlo and Dr. Tom.
Alright.
Woo!
Dr. Tom.
I
Dr.
think-
Tom did my sex change operation. Complete
Wow.
success. Complete
Awesome.
success.
Except for that
Uh.
Adam's apple thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I noticed that, man.
Yeah.
You need to go back to Dr. Tom and be like, what's the deal? I want my money back.
Well, he didn't charge me. It was practice. So.
I guess that's what we call it, a doctor's practice.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Let's see. The friendliest award finalist goes to Fumo Jive.
Woohoo!
I've never heard of this guy, but
I don't
apparently
know.
he's a big deal.
Okay. Yeah, me neither.
Accept this award on behalf of all the little people.
You love me. You really love me.
Yeah.
Service Awards finalist tie between Captain Crunk and Dialpex.
Woo!
All
Man,
right.
both those
go
guys
Captain.
work so hard. Hey, really appreciate Captain Crunk. I already mentioned Dialpex, dude. You the man, and you've done a lot of stuff. Totally appreciate you, man. He works like all the time in this stuff, and it's just really awesome. You know, it's not like people get paid for this, so it's cool. Captain Crunk, of course, set up our entire website and continues to keep it going and kind of run all the admin stuff on it. And man, I mean, that guy's done a lot of work and stuff that normally would have been paid for. And just because he loves helping out the community, he hooked it up for free, and we really appreciate it, man.
Yeah. Captain's the man.
For sure.
I give it up to the Cap.
And most annoying finalist goes to the dog
Sorry.
barking in the background. Woo!
They like this. They like this award. So
they're like, we're the most annoying. We're the most annoying. That's awesome.
God, they hear somebody outside and they think they're coming. You know, they're coming over to our house, and it's like no. Anyway, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Well, most annoying goes to Chemo23. We poke fun at you, Chemo. We love you, man.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. We have best forum poster finalist, and that goes to Quality Jeverage.
Right on, man. He posts
That
the
Canadian.
he posts the weekly porridge and all kinds of stuff, dude.
The porridge is good.
Yeah, it is. It is. For sure. Okay, you're up.
Worst topic finalists. Amazingly, a lot of people agreed on this one. One is less than 3 facehead.
No.
Exactly.
You're not up on the lead speak right here. It's I love facehead. It's a heart sideways. Yeah.
A little hard.
That's what you were drawing.
1 is less than 3. That's awesome. I was trying to draw the heart in the air, but she didn't see it. She was like, what is
One
that?
is less than 3. Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
And no wonder it was the worst topic. It had math in it.
I know. Algebra. Oh.
Algebra. Okay,
All right.
funniest gamer tag goes to tie between Facehead and Explosive Burrito.
What? Explosive
All right.
burrito.
Sweet. All right. The best signature finalist. .xl.
Yeah. Woo.
What is that? I must not understand that.
I don't know. Best signature in the forums. I mean, people really get into like making their, awesome signatures and everything in the
I
forums.
guess I haven't seen that one. But I'm
their
sure it's good.
Avatars and everything, and some more than others. I mean, I've made mine once, and I'm sticking with it for quite a while. But people like share all these different like techniques in Photoshop and Cinema 4D and some of these different things, and help each other out. So it's pretty cool. It's kind of neat to learn some game-oriented graphic design stuff. So, okay.
Yep. Cool.
All right.
You're up.
Funniest game. Oh, I'm sorry. Best impersonation finalist. JVB.
Ah!
Get down.
Get to the chopper!
Arnold.
Mommy! That's my favorite one, man. When he's like running from someone, he's like, Mommy!
I remember when he first started coming on, dude, and that's what he would call in, and that's all he would do is his Arnold impression. You know, he would call in and be like a grunt, say the grunt stuff in Arnold.
Yeah. I still remember like his first and only custom game he ever submitted was Team Bubble Bath. And it was like it was so funny. He was like, okay, the way Team Bubble Bath works is everybody gets in the bubble bath, which is the ocean on Zanzibar. And he's like, it's kind of like a bubble bath. Me and my uncle hang out in the bubble bath all the time.
Alright.
It's like, your uncle? What?
That's awesome and disturbing.
Yeah, I know. Best trash talker finalist goes to Salmonator.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, you ever play a game of Uno with him online? Yeah, you'll hear.
Uno.
Uno. God, that guy. he's awesome though.
Yeah, you don't mess around.
Yeah. Let's see. Most online finalist is a tie between Painkiller 05 and Cowbell.
Right.
Sweet.
Well, I don't quite qualify for that one myself.
Yeah.
I'm on like, dude, seriously, like sometimes people are like, you're never on Fumo, and I'm on like 1 or 2 times a week. And I mean, honestly, I can't, with a job and taking care of this, that's a lot, being able to do that and go on 1 or 2 times a week. But I force myself to be on at least once a week, because I mean, I'm doing a Halo podcast. Come on, I got to be on,
Yeah, that's true.
But the thing
you can't
is,
be playing Barbie Horse Adventure all the time.
I know I played a lot, but I mean, yeah, I got to quit eventually. Yeah.
Isn't that
Yeah.
the one you said I could do well on?
Yeah, pretty much.
All right. Best Avatar finalist, Quality Jeverage.
Woo!
We'll go quality.
The porridge master.
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
Cool.
Am I up? Who's
Yeah,
up?
you're
think so.
up.
Okay,
I
I'm
think
up.
you're up.
Best Pro Clan finalist. Pro Clan B. Woo! Podtacular Pro B.
All right. Pro B in the hizzy. All right. The best quote finalist is, "Can I rope you?"
Can I rope you? Sean Connery.
Oh,
Dude, that was so funny. We were like,
yeah.
turned into the Sean Connery, can I rope you best?
Can I rope you?
Funniest
Money.
member finalist, Brent Gamer. Woo! Brent Gamer!
Awesome.
Brent's gonna be so happy.
What you gonna do, brother? Most person who posts a lot on the forums yet hardly talks on Xbox Live. That would be Quality Jeverage.
He wins again!
All right, man. He's just going home with them.
Nice. He's cleaning house, man.
He is, man. It's gonna go down in history. The most awards given out to a Canadian. All right. Most out of place voice finalist is Dr. Tom.
Dr. Tom again!
Dr. Tom.
Your
Alright.
surgeon.
For some reason, I thought Dr. Tom would be younger than he sounded. Or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Whose turn is it?
Yours.
I'm getting out of place here. Best Canadian finalist. Salmonator.
Oh, it's my turn.
All right.
Sorry.
And we use the term Canadian loosely.
Yeah, well, you know, he's got to hang out with Philip his moose and
Yeah.
hang out in his igloo and everything, so he's kind of in Canada, if not
That's
like
right,
Antarctica.
Worst temper finalist, Chemo.
Uh-oh.
Chemo, dude, Chemo is like getting the brunt of the stick here. No, we appreciate Chemo. He's been really cool lately, actually.
Yeah, he's a good kid. He's a good kid. And the most active finalist is Dialpex. Dialpex.
I
All
thought that was the first
right.
award. Does he get like the first and the last award? This is the same
Yeah,
thing?
he's.
That's
I
right.
think he's first and last.
Oh,
The
wow.
Alpha and Omega.
And best active finalist, wait a minute.
Wait.
No. Awesome, dude. Okay, so, that's this section of the show. Let's get to a couple of things we got going here where we're going to kind of go over some audio clips from previous shows that people sent in. Got some good stuff here, so check this
Oh,
out.
I thought it'd be good.
Podtacular Podcast number 1, July 28th, 2005.
Podtacular Episode 2, August 4th, 2005.
Podtacular Episode 3, August 7th, 2005.
Podtacular Episode 4, August 14th, 2005.
Podtacular Episode 5.
Podtacular Episode 6.
Podtacular Episode 007.
Podtacular Episode 9.
Podtacular Episode 10.
Podtacular Episode 11.
Podtacular Episode 12.
Podtacular Episode 13.
Podtacular Episode 14. Episode 15. Podtacular Episode 17.
Podtacular Update, Episode 18. Podtacular Customs and Call-ins, Episode 20. Episode 21.
Podtacular Episode 22.
Episode 23. Episode 24. Episode 26. Episode 27.
Episode 29.
Episode 30. This is Episode 31. Episode 32.
Episode 33.
Episode 34.
Episode 35.
Episode 36.
Episode 37. Episode 38.
Episode 39.
Episode 40.
Episode 50. Podtacular Update, Episode 60. Podtacular Halo 3 Show, Episode 70.
You have a lot of cows out there in Oklahoma? Punching the top of it every 5 minutes. Stupid thing, come on.
There's gay as in homosexual, G-A-Y, and gay, G-H-E-Y, as in retarded, stupid.
Give me a break,
You can't tell. You can't tell which one they're using. It's like gay, or you're saying gay, or you're saying gay.
Right.
It's like it's such a mess. It's ad-free. It's without advertisements. The ads are absent. they're homesick with influenza.
can't have a bubble bath without me official.
We were on Bungie.net again.
Woohoo!
Hell yeah.
Wait.
Yeah, true.
But that could be a new game type, though. Think about it. You know, everybody has to run after your arm and freaking get it back.
An arm can teleport.
Capture my arm.
You're like running around like a monkey, like on your knuckles and stuff, because your arms are like all extended because you grabbed onto the train. Awesome.
The guy'd be like, capture my arms.
Capture my arm.
In a world with long city.
I love chipmunks. He's like crying and his mascara's dripping out.
Hello, this is Paul Matthews with the Letting Group at 1-800-599-0235, extension 4010.
Are we getting spam
I was
voicemails?
calling about the opt-in internet inquiry that you had placed on the internet. I wanted to let you know that I do have a lender that I'd love to pre-approve you on a 1.25% loan. That is a 30-year loan, by the way. I'd love to be able to put this into processing. So just give me a call ASAP, and well, from what I can tell, you will save up to 45% on your monthly payment. So again, this is Paul Matthews with the Lending Group, 1-800-599-0235.
Who spams a voicemail? I mean, really?
4010. Thanks.
Spammer.
I hope you guys enjoyed that. You know, once in a while we gotta play some stuff back. Look back a little bit.
Yeah.
Jody good old times. So, that's the show, guys. Wrapping up, you can tune in next week. We're going to be talking about Halo 3. It's the Halo 3 show, where we talk about all the features you want to see in the most highly anticipated game ever, Halo 3. We also catch up on what Bungie has told us so far. And like I said, it's my favorite show, man. It's going to be good.
That's right. And send in your tips, etc. to podtacular.com. Or wait, podtacular@gmail.com. We depend on your submissions to keep the show going, and we ask for new stuff for the show every week. So check it out at podtacular.com. We got the rockin' forums there, so get to it.
Call our listener voicemail at 206-888-HALO.
That's 206-888-HALO. And vote for us at podcastawards.com. Please.
Do it now.
Yeah. So, shoutouts. Yeah. Shoutouts to, let's see here, Jay Burton for organizing the East versus West. This is actually a little, I had to change these shoutouts from the previous show. Awesome. Wow. So organized. Yeah. Well, that's pretty much it. Thanks to Ciclonic also for editing audio. And until next time, guys, I'm your host, Fumo Jive.
This is Gemini Ace.
And this is Fumo Wive.
Woo, thanks, Fumo Wive, for being here. Appreciate it. Alright, keep on fragging trucks, guys.
Later.
You can't stop. You can't stop. You can't stop. You can't stop. You can't stop.
There's only one thing left to say. Dun, 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 dun.